implementation of World Bank assisted 400 million USD Technology Centers System Program, which is run by the Ministry of Micro and Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India, for competitiveness of small industries. And now I would like to invite here our session coach.
Pankaj, I will invite you to share your views, please. Thank you.
Respected Chairman, respected Vice Chairman, speakers on the dais, my dear friends, good afternoon to all of you. You all will agree with me that it is very difficult to be the last speaker in any program, because all the speakers who have taken more time, the time is going to be reduced from my time. So I have decided that I'll go directly to slide number 19, because there is a risk of repeating what has already been covered by Mr. Jain, Mr. Chawla, and Mr. Galgat. Go to automotive. Just bear with me for 5 minutes, because I want to do justice in those 12 minutes. This all has been covered. Okay. Before I go ahead, I have a question. What is more important, strategy or implementation? If we have to choose one. Very good. This is the first time I have got the correct answer, because many a times people answer that it is the implementation. And then we say that, look, implementation was difficult, it is difficult, and it is going to be difficult. It is the strategy which drives the organization. Coming back to Z, as you can see, Z model is very generic. It is not only for automotive sector. So automotive sector has to interpret the requirement of Z concerning their challenges, their opportunities. Any business, whether it is automotive or it is steel making or it is hospitality, service sector, the way we look at it in Quality Austria, there are two broad level things, risks and opportunities. And people at our level try to minimize the risk and try to optimize the opportunities. The same happens with the Z model. If you look at Z, my presentation, because you will appreciate that automotive industry, the component manufacturers, there are so many. Somebody is manufacturing plastic components, somebody is manufacturing sheet metal, somebody is manufacturing axle. So it is practically impossible to include everything within the model. So what I have done, I contacted two industries. One is manufacturing die casting, that is Maxop. I can take their name because they are here. And the second is Magna Rico. They are into water pump, they are into fuel pump, and both the companies are supplying to the OEMs. Their challenges. Why I'm saying their challenges? Because if you have a question, you ask them, not me. Their challenges, these are their way of looking at zero defect. Frontal and side crash, awareness to reduce the road accidents, awareness to increase the safety of occupants. So these are their perception of challenges within the Z to achieve zero defect. On the effect front, let us appreciate that this is the first time there is a standard which talks about everything. We, by our profession, our company is very, very deep into telecom, automotive, and social accountability. And we happen to be one of the largest inspection body in telecom, in automotive, and certification and inspection body in social accountability. What we see, on the effect front, now this is again related to environment and safety. We talk about increase in fuel efficiency norm, 15% from 2017. The second one is recyclable content of the vehicle to increase. Because many developed countries, of course now it is coming in India also, many developed countries scrap their cars after 10 to 15 years. Many countries have got 10 years, many countries have got 15 years. So we are talking about a recyclable use of material within the automotive component manufacturing. The third one sorry, focus on clean fuel technology, and the last one is the weight of the vehicle has to be lighter. That will automatically increase the fuel efficiency, and that is the reason why there is a use of sintered material in place of castings, in place of forgings. Of course, it has got its own advantages and disadvantages. Now, these are the challenges which these two companies have summarized. For them, when they are implementing Z, they want to address that these challenges are to be addressed by Z. Starting with reduction in the total delivered cost, investment in new technology, skilled manpower, capacity enhancement, shorter life cycle, consistent in quality. One thing, when we were having lunch, one company, they were discussing that, nowadays it has become a fashion that each seminar people talk about skill development. I don't know what they're talking about. How do we say that people are skilled? How do we say that people are not skilled? What is the way out? How do we move forward saying that this is the way to skill our people? And it is not too far away. I was reading an article wherein Ratan Tata wrote few days back in Times of India that there is no absolute method of judging that people have become competent or skilled or unskilled. Every organization will have 4 categories of people. Every organization. Now the people in the management, people who are leaders, they should look at the organization and categorize these people under 4 categories. The first one is people who know that they know. People who know that they know. Now, these kind of people are categorized as God. Very good. They should be left alone. There is no monitoring required for these kind of people in any organization. No micromanagement, when they are coming, when they are going, what they are doing, because they will deliver. They will deliver without any follow-up. The second category is people who do not know that they know, but actually they know. The second category is they do not know that they know. Now, these are the people who are assets because they know. Unfortunately, they do not know that they know, but actually they know how to do the job. And the third category of people, where 90% population lies, 90%, is people, they know that they do not know. That means they're aware. I don't know. Training is required. Skill development is required. You have to identify what kind of talent you need, what kind of training you need. How do you make them skilled? By taking the training route, by experience route, education route, whatever. That depends on the organization. And that is where we have to work in Z as well. Because those 90% people are the people whom we have to train for implementing Z. The last category, which is very interesting, is people who do not know that they do not know. I mean, they don't know what they know. They don't know what they do not know. It's like somebody is doing an operation, and somebody is there as compounder, somebody is a ward boy. He's also thinking that I can do operations after 10 years. It's not possible. Because any job will have the hardware and the software. The software will come with the experience. And that is our definition of looking at skilled manpower. If we come to the opportunities, of course, best cost country supply to the world. Now here again I have an example. I have a friend of mine who works for Suzuki Motors. And he was telling, when Suzuki Motors decided way back in 1984 to come to India in place of Honda, because Sanjay Gandhi happened to go to Suzuki Motors rather than going to Honda, they said that in the board, it was decided that there are 4 factors which we have to evaluate before going to India. The first one was manpower cost. They said cost of manpower in India is very cheap, 1/6 of what we pay in Japan. So done. The boardroom was ticked, manpower front, it is okay. The second one was the productivity. They said no, the productivity of India remains same. I mean, it is not there as compared to Japan. If Japan is 10, India is not even 2. So there we did not do well. But the manpower cost, we did very well. The third one was transportation. Since at that point of time, they knew that most of the components are going to be brought from Japan, but they had a plan to Indianize those components, and they did it in the last 20 years. So that also was okay. I mean, it was a neutral point, neither yes nor no, but okay. And the last one was performance. Ladies and gentlemen, two issues in automotive sector, that is performance and manpower cost. Manpower cost, which used to be our advantage way back in 1984, is no more an advantage now. Because people have grown, salaries have gone up, but the competencies have not matched to the salary levels. Top-level managers in India and top-level managers in Japan, in automotive companies, get paid the same amount, but the result does not match. The next point is operational efficiency. If we compare operational efficiency, we are nowhere. Let us not talk about Japan, because when you are hungry, you need bread, you don't need cake. We are not even compared to Thailand or Singapore or Malaysia. I mean, we keep on going to these countries and we find people are absolutely not confused. Our workforce is completely confused. One of my friends is writing a book called Disposable Income. Why? Because whatever we earn, we put an EMI. And then balance time, we try to do overtime, try to do lot many things, which is also one of the reasons for reducing the productivity. Okay, now coming back to the next point. Of course, the BRICS country, we all know, continuously expanding and improving infrastructure. This is an issue which will remain an issue. Key focus areas. There are 5 key focus areas which is identified by this company. The first one is manufacturing excellence. Then we talk about safe workplace practices, world-class quality, cost control, and the last one is innovation. So these are the 5 more slides. With the permission of chair, I'll take only 5 minutes more. Manufacturing excellence. What exactly is meant? Continued focus on lean principles, waste reduction, focus on entire supply chain. We are very happy with Z in a way that when we go to the industry for assessment, we go for one assessment and people talk about, nowadays we have started doing 5S. We are also doing 3M, we are doing lean, we are doing Six Sigma, we are doing TPM, we are doing 2QM. And then we look at that this company does not understand process model, the process approach, which is the very, very basic of any management system. Then why do you do it? So at least we are very happy and we appreciate that Z model is addressing all those requirements in one umbrella. Now the umbrella can be one. The second one is safe workplace, respect for people at all levels. Ergonomics, which is only for the office that has to go to the shop floor in automotive industry. Impact measurement on product and processes, and the last one is measurement of effluents and ensuring well-being. Last 2 slides. Effective product development process, early involvement of supplier, focus on work standardization, effective control of product and processes, and our approach has to be proactive rather than reactive. Cost control. I mean, if you go to Toyota factory, there is one slogan written. They say, we make people. That's all. People make car. And all the management system, all these principles what we are talking about is driven by Toyota. And all the system starts with automotive industry, then it goes to another industry. So I'm very sure that with the involvement of all of you, Z will also be, I mean, automotive industry is going to be the torch bearer, and we will be taking it forward in other industries. Reduce scrap, optimum capex investment, effective resource utilization, and the last one is innovation. Innovation, again, this is the last slide. We have been discussing and we have endless discussion on design requirement. Whether all the management system standards I will not name. A lot of people have wasted a lot of time, energy, resources, product design, process design. I know it is a product design. I know design is applicable. It's very good here we are talking about innovation also along with design. Of course, design is a requirement, but innovation. Now, innovation, is something which is key for the automotive industry. And that is something which is missing completely in India when it comes to purely Indian automobile companies. The innovation part, long way to go. And that is the reason a lot of foreign tie-ups is required, a lot of foreign partners are coming, and we are not getting away from those because of lack of innovation. Early involvement of suppliers during model launch planning, cross-country tie-ups with universities, colleges for R&D, and the last one is developing smart vehicles. So thank you very much. I hope I have not delayed the whole thing. Thank you very much. This is last from my side.
Thank you, Mr. Rai. I can see that you know that you know. And so you finished your presentation in time. And the best part was that the passion which you showed. And I saw your passion. And when I talk about lean manufacturing and Z, I feel when I interact with the people that this is the prerequisite